Yeah, I did. To explain himself. Alright, let's get to Die Hard. I don't know why I said Die Hard. Super Chats. You guys are all. You Die Hards are. You Super Chatters are Die Hard. Vice versa.
Now, from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears.
That was like Caleb could use a wartime insignia.
The veteran Jason Sanders ready to get us started. Off we go from Soldier Field. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
That's not right. I'm trying to maybe analyze this. I'm going to find that. Alex Gary. Gary too? Killed David King 5 hours. He's out of the team now, so it doesn't matter.
Here's first and 10. McCarthy now going to start with a pass. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On second down, here's McCarthy. Intercepted on the second play of the game. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Thank you, Jake.
They'll stick with him again. And nice work here. He's got the first down to about the 30-yard line.
That's right.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Right back to him on first down. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
They'll go play action here with Williams. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
3rd and long. Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This one from 52 yards away. And he pushed it. no good. That is wide to the right. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
We will all be at Friday Night Football. Is every Friday day game, every single day.
They'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop, keep the game to nothing.
Come on out for the rivalry. The Colts might be there. The first pitch might be there. I didn't say no.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here's a 3rd and 10. The shotgun. It's a throw for McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Jersey and the Pope will do the same. And if he doesn't, then we're going to...
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
You better be there tomorrow, Tim.
They'll come up here 1st and 10.
First of all, he's called by
From the shotgun, it's Williams. To the left side, he's got the middle. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Williams.
Hey, Garden Moser, $2.
That is hot. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Right in the hole. Waldron gets no credit. Okay, fair. Anthony Wozniak, $2 from Anthony Wozniak. See what proposed.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
That is one of the stunning. They gave him a film to watch and told him what to watch. Right. It can't be the whole story. Just cut drive like. Let's go. I mean, when I
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down.
That's the whole thing. I mean, he's really surprised.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. Man, that's just tough on an offense, Mike. I mean,
bro, what the fuck, bro?
To get in position to take the lead, it just doesn't work out.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now a give up the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. And some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Open man downfield, it's Hockenson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Touchdown number 15 for him on the season. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Let's hope Caleb Williams can move on. CJ Fine, I think Caleb will for the
a fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
I think if he gives 3 heartfelt answers,
lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Pass is caught. That's DJ Moore. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
I did. Samuel Spender really celebrated when he took it.
Now Williams.
A
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
Big Fran, 20 yards. This is like you start getting wind of the after you get there. It's irrelevant. You only look forward to the beautiful life you have ahead. It's set. In this case, what's your number, Big Fran? Yeah, but what if your partner looks like that guy in the profile?
One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Soldier Field after this.
Don't keep him to himself and notice the live details. What a horrible now. I like it. It's a good job by Big Fran. That's for you. Big Fran was always on. Jacob. Thank you. Brags can I jump in the pool today.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up first and 10.
This was probably
The throw on the run is complete. Taking advantage of that running ability. Gain of 17 and a first down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated.
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. To throw, it's Williams. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Komet. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, it'll go down as a loss of 2.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
But I did want to point this out. Megan D. Julian team.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
800 plus complete fireworks in the game from our crew of 9. That's only 4 hours to go. 3, sometimes 5 games a week with the women's viewing crew. Countless Slack messages, off meetings, everything was going in.
Here's Williams.
That is amazing about
He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On third down, it's Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. This drive will start on the ground.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Receiver in motion, headed left. Nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
He torn ACL. He's just long.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Rico is walking in front of me. And I walked at pretty decent place, and he was rude. Yeah, he walks like 40 minutes every day.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And that is
The air and out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
If you go straight up at 4 in the morning, and he,
1st and 10.
He's always got like the same. So he's like, hey, I was getting another dollar.
A play fake. Now Williams.
Fuck!
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. Open man downfield, it's Rice. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You could see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Ask us anything, Joe.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Williams now to throw. That's complete. It's Odunze. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass. Because the quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Williams. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing is Williams. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. The Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. In motion, it's Jefferson. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's caught left side by Hockenson. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really well executed counter run there, Mike. And what you're trying to do anytime on these misdirection schemes is you're trying to get these linebackers that might play at a 4-5 speed to maybe play at a 4-7 speed. The hesitation, not understanding exactly where the ball's going to end up, gives you an advantage offensively, just like we saw here. I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
He's got his tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? So as halftime looms, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the first down.
Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd and a yard. The tight end Hockenson starts the motion. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy.
God damn it.
Damn. Justin Jefferson.
Wow.
Touchdown,
Oh,
Vikings.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter.
Leading the
When
play.
you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield, it doesn't get a lot better than this. His receiver is able to take it in for 6.
The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And they're just gonna run it here up the middle. And he'll get about 5. So we come upon halftime, and the visitors, the Vikings, on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now for Jonathan Coachman as our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
He's going to have a Bears 1st down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On the bootleg, it's Williams. That's complete to Moore on the right side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Look at the 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And he'll get forward to about the 42. Dallas Turner on the stop. Second down and 8. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams.
Great.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Darnell Savage, terrific coverage there, able to get a hand on it.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Williams to the air once more. That's a short throw, caught by Kmet. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Throwing again, Williams. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. The Bears have got a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line. That catch number 40 on the season for him. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. And he's in. Tyler Scott. Touchdown, Bears. Now Sanders on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bears will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy.
Bro, are you serious?
Quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect protect yourself. Live to play another snap.
They face 2nd down and 7. Now a give on the ground. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
They'll stay on the ground. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide. Well done.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. In motion, it's Jefferson. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. To throw is McCarthy. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Tie game, 4th quarter. What a sequence looming here as we get to 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
Tie game, 4th quarter. This defense knows the importance of keeping this thing at a 3-point game. What a big play there with the tackle for loss on 1st and goal.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. And he'll be forced to throw that one away. Excellent work defensively. He took away all the options, and now it is 4th and goal.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll throw it left and has his running back. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this time, they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. He'll go right and find his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Here's Williams. To the left side, he's got Komet. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Slot man in motion right. And a nice defensive play there coming through to make the play in the backfield. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. To throw is Williams. To the sideline. He's got more. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Trap 60, trap 60. 70 Lion.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. To throw, it's Williams. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, check that. Trap alert.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Now, a big 3rd down.
Ready. Lightning 18. 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
They'll run here.
Big time stop there, Mike, on 3rd down. Now it sets up a 4th down decision for this head coach. Do I want to be aggressive and extend this drive, or am I content just sending out my field goal unit and trying to make this all square? I think at this stage in the 2nd half, tie the game up. Hopefully my defense can get me the ball back and find a way to win here in the 2nd half.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. And they have the first down. So they roll the dice on 4th down in the red zone. And it pays off with 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Now, 1st and goal.
Roll, go!
He'll run. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one. Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. They'll stick to the ground. Let's give them a yard down to the 3-yard line. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. This one caught at the 4. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Bears move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Open man downfield. It's Hockenson. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities.
Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throw away, and he's taken down. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. Jalen Johnson had the good coverage and is able to knock that one away.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look, and they were ready, and they took him away.
The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long.
Yes.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. And it's a big letdown there defensively. Somehow they allow them to
finally won a game, man.
So this one in the win.
Finally won a fucking game.
They get the victory away from home in the division. This was so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time, later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.
Finally won a fucking game, bro.